Bruh. Oh my goodness. So when it comes to what's going on in Gaza, Israel versus Palestinian, all this, right? I frankly don't care. I'm gonna be honest, like most Black Americans, like most OBA, original Black Americans, it's not really any concern of ours. Because the narrative that I have always come across is that, hey, we just want to get along. We want them to have their space, we have our space, and that's it. We just want to get along. I've spoken to many, Jewish people, and they've been like, hey, they just want to destroy us. And I'm like, I'm always confused when that's the answer, right? Because there's always has to be a reason. So I'm like, why? And most of the answers I've gotten, we don't know, they just want us gone, okay? They just want us destroyed because they hate us. But why? Because that's what they believe, that's what they've been told, that's what they've been trained to do. Okay, right? That's always the case. And then with Palestinians, they say the same thing. It's like, hey, they want us gone, they want us. So I hear much of the same things from both sides. This person hates this person hates that person. And it's like, all right, whatever. It's always been the case for America to take the side of Israel, right? It's a democracy. We're aligned on many things when it comes to, gay rights and things like that. Ask Jared Kushner, not me. I don't know. But nevertheless, that is the gist of my understanding of what's going on. Nevertheless, there is this podcast, and the podcast is titled Two Nice Jewish Boys. That's the podcast. And this guy says, well, both of them actually, they're talking about Gaza. And they're talking about it in such an inhumane, flippant way that's extremely concerning. Now, I'm not even going to bring up as far as whether Israel or Netanyahu was spying on Trump when he was in office. I'm not going to bring up as far as the accident of them shooting missiles into our ships. I'm not going to bring up a litany of things. There's not going to bring that up. I'm just going off of this podcast. This guy is talking about, hey, listen, if there was a red button, and that red button would eliminate all living things from Gaza, that he would press it.
If you gave me a button to just erase Gaza, every single living being in Gaza would no longer be living tomorrow, I would press it in a second.
What? I kid you not, that's what this Jewish man said. That's what he said. And what was crazy to me is that the other Jewish guy, he's like, well, if that was a choice, right? Because you always try to give people, a way out. You always try to hedge their answers. Like, well, if that was a choice between this and utter extinction, then you would probably choose to eliminate them, right? Out of self-defense. Because that's what they always want to say. We have a right to self-defend ourselves, even though that argument is falling apart once you look into, well, how did these mofos even get a supply with all the ammunition and whatnot? How did that happen, Netanyahu? But nevertheless, that's what the other guy tries to do. And the other dude's like, yeah. Wait, no. He refuses the out, bruh. He refuses the out. He's like, no, at any point, like right now, there's a button, okay, all of Gaza, I do it right now.
That's just, I think most Israelis
if that's agree. The choice, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, even if it's not like right now.
Yeah, no.
I would press it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking to myself, well, from my understanding, it's yes, predominantly Palestinians in Gaza, but there are some Jewish people, if I'm not mistaken, in Gaza. So I'm like, you have so much hatred for these people that you're willing to take out some of your own? Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me? Because after he says that, he talks about, I think most Israelis feel that way. And I'm like, most Israelis? Wait, what? I've been told that that's not the case, right? That's what I've always been told here in the U.S. It's like, hey, these people are angels and these demons want to attack them and they have to defend themselves. Then the other dude is like, well, most Jewish Israelis. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, the same with the territories.
Give me that button and press it right now.
There you go.
And I think most Israelis would.
Yeah, most Jewish Israelis.
They wouldn't post.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Talk about saying the quiet part out loud. I'm like, do they know we can hear them? Like, do you know that, like, we can hear what y'all are saying and it's pretty crazy? So I'm like, we went from all of Gaza. Most Israelis feel this way. Nah, most Jewish Israelis feel this way. But then they top it off. Then they go full cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? Full cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because then he goes from, well, instead of taking out Palestinians and some Jews, right, in Gaza. He goes to, well, if it meant all Palestinians are gone, he would press it and ask for another.
They wouldn't talk about it like I am. They wouldn't say I pressed it, but they would press it, right? Like if they were in a closet alone, they wouldn't even hesitate. Someone came to them and said, no one will know. You press this, all the Palestinians are gone. You'd be like, fucking hey, is there another one?
Bruh, are these? Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that this person is a representative of all Jewish Israelis, but is this really where our money is going towards? These people seem very, what's the word? Evil. That's the word I'm thinking about, like evil, like wicked. That's what it seems to be, like absolutely wicked, villainous, heinous group of people. If that's where your mindset goes to, what just wipe out a complete group of people for what? He's talking about everybody, bro. Men, women, children, innocent and guilty alike. He did, because it's always been, from my understanding, it's always been Hamas. Hey, Hamas, Hezbollah, we got to get these people. These are bad. They're corrupting and yada, 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 right? This mofo completely bypasses that narrative and just like, nah, all of them, bro. All of them. That's how most Jewish Israelis feel. All of them. If nobody knew, right? If we throw stones and then hide our hand, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. Like anyone in he said in like a closed space, nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know.
Someone came to them and said, no one will know. You press this, all the Palestinians are gone.
He said that most would push that button. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem like an ally. I'm just saying, that doesn't seem like an ally. That seems like an opportunist. That seems at the point in time, God forbid America falls, they will make an allyship with the next superpower. It has nothing to do with America, it seems. It has to do, well, you just happen to be, a useful fool right now. That's what you seem to be right now. There's no allegiancy to the country. It's just that you just happen to be in this position of authority right now. If that position of authority changes, then so be it. We'll make a deal with them. We'll make a pact with them. So that's extremely dangerous. I don't know what to tell you. That's just extremely dangerous. The amount of influence that certain lobbyist groups have here in the country, when we have the President of the United States talking about, hey, if you were to say anything against Israel, you'd be done. You'd be done in politics. That's what Trump said. And compounding with the Tucker Carlson interview of the congressman talking about, hey, everyone has like an AIPAC, little babysitter. Well, let me ask my AIPAC babysitter. Like, no one finds that a little concerning, troubling, problematic at the bare minimum? And that has nothing to do with the hatred against Israel or anything like that. But we've got to reevaluate the relationship, right? Just reevaluate a few things. Just be a little more strict here and there. Because if you have a few people, right, not even saying that these people, right, are representative, like I said, representative of all, but even a few, that's dangerous, bruh. Because they're now using your good faith, right? You saying, hey, I'm giving this to you in good faith that you're going to use it to defend against the evil forces that are coming to attack you. If you have a few people who are like, well, yeah, absolutely, and then they go out and do, war crimes or something like that, then how do you bring them to justice without completely crumbling and leaving the veneer of Israel in shambles? I just don't know how you do that. So it seems to be very much binary in some cases, where it's like you get a free pass, a blank check, or no check at all. And it seems that is the conversation that's being had when it comes to right versus left, where some are like, hey, we got to limit them giving weapons. And the other one is like, hey, just give them all the weapons they need. All right. It doesn't even matter. Give them everything. I'm like, we can't come to a middle ground. Hey, you can defend yourself, but this is where we draw the line. And it's really strange, especially if they are that embedded in the country, to as our own Congress people, our own president says. This should be absolutely, there should be an outcry against this podcast. I would think there'd be tons of people who are, decrying this and saying, hey, I don't, represent that. These people don't represent Israel. I denounce whatever they do, right? I denounce what they're saying, yada, yada, yada. Because this is pretty heinous. Just saying. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Israel's our greatest ally, okay? Don't believe this propaganda. This is, we gotta, fight for freedom just like they're doing. Or if I believe, yeah, I hear you. But once you have someone say what they said and trying to speak on behalf of a group of people in such a malevolent, vicious way, I think there should be someone should address this and be like, yo, he's talking out of his butt. He doesn't represent us. That's not what we want. Because it poisons the well moving forward regarding anything Israel does. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, if you happen to disagree, you know where you find me. Friday through Sunday, disagreement day, call in and duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe, okay? And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Someone came to them and said, no one will know. You press this, all the Palestinians are gone.